You don't know me and I don't know you. But from what I read every day in front of the newspapers, it's about corrupt capitalism and politics. It's never the good things that happen, at least in the black and minority communities. Um, I read that Serena Williams is the highest paid self made millionaire, and Rihanna is a top paid self made millionaire. So that's impressive. But it's never advertised in front of a newspaper or a diversely owned magazine or something. And that's really a problem. It's a problem because we live in a society where the first person on a page is either a murderer or a victim. It's never the person who's actually at the top of their game or who scrounges from the ground up and becomes something more than what they are. We dictate society by money and wealth, but we don't understand that sometimes wealth isn't generated by money. Wealth is where you earn from starting without anything. You cannot always generate wealth by value. Your value is already dictated by the time you're born. It's not dictated by how you grow or how you made this amount and that amount. It's how you've adverse through pain, through struggle. And some of us are not equipped to deal with that. Some of us are just equipped to just having what's valued in terms of dollars and cents. Some of us don't understand that dollars and cents don't mean nothing when we are dead and broke. You can be rich and die without anything. Because the only ones that are left which you lost are your family and friends, or fake friends if you have those. You cannot always expect your value to be determined in dollars and cents. Again, dollars and cents don't mean nothing unless you're happy with what you have and unless you have someone or something that continues to help you strive for it. Most of our black culture has been dignified by how much we make, what we're wearing, and what not wearing. And it's not based on the amount of communication, our social followers, and those people that really inspire us to be or pursue what we find best interesting. Sorry for the delay. I'm a nervous speaker, and I'm gonna continue being that way. Again, you don't know me and I don't know you. Let's get to know each other because we're gonna have these discussions almost daily. I'm not an inspirational speaker. I'm just somebody who's been through enough and experienced enough. So, again, get to know me. I'm a dad. I'm a writer. But I'm also somebody who's had in-laws. I put all my investments in one thing and lost completely the fuck out. I have a brother who's dealing with some struggles right now. Typical black male, incarcerated, this time for something he did not do. Again, he did not do, but he fell victim to trusting too many people. Too much trust can be Achilles' heel, and too much investing in the wrong person who's not right for you is your deathbed before you even reach that nail in the coffin. I'm a victim of my own misery because I tend to go after what's not completely mine and then get screwed out of it later. Whether it be love, whether it be success, whether it be friendship. I have neither of those now other than with my children. That's who I live for now. That's who I wake up to and really earn to accept life for. Because without me, they are not going to excel. if unless I am there. When dad is there, a child is more than capable of developing some form of affection and some strife. Um, it's no better feeling in the world. This comes from somebody who didn't have their father. My father was a woman beater. He was a misogynist, born again preacher in his own mind, because I could care less what you preach on a pulpit. It's how you are dictated by everybody else who saw who the hell you are behind the scenes and in front of the forefront of life. I cannot speak that more truth than anything. I cannot tell you how angry I am with the way society generates black culture. We are not a race where we are always glorified in sports and economic value. We have educators, we have teenagers going to college at 14. 14! Granted, I wish I was, blessed to do that myself. I'm a 35 now, but I was 34 when I got my bachelor's degree in English. But we have so many other angles to us other than sports and entertainment. We're doctors, we're lawyers, we're politicians, we're environmentalists. We speak out. Granted, most of us men are not speaking out enough when it comes to gun violence, because some of us are still fighting with each other. Some of us are still making an excuse not to fight back with our voices. We hang out in picket lines, but those picket fences don't do nothing. We're laughed at because we're continuously killing each other every day. Look at a Citizens Act. Somebody gets dragged, a female gets hit, but she's getting hit by the wrong person. A female should never be a victim. She should never have to defend herself with a man. Again, some of y'all fellas are pussies. Because the last person you should be hitting is a female. Think of your mother, think of your sister. Because they don't deserve to get hit at all. What we need to be fighting back is against the government that incarcerates us as human beings, because we're not animals. We're excellent people who just fell flat. We were not asked to come to the country. We were dragged as slaves. We were enslaved on ships. And then when we voiced our opinions, we were thrown into rivers. We were thrown into oceans. Why am I venting today? Because I looked on LinkedIn and saw a black female athlete. And it was glorified that she was Forbes magazine's richest self-made athlete. It wasn't based on